Today I'm reviewing a 2003 Chevy Tahoe. The Chevy Tahoe first came out in 1995, and this is the second generation of the Chevy Tahoe. They made this version from about 2000 to about 2007, 2008. And they are now on to their fourth generation of the Chevy Tahoe. The Chevy Tahoe came after the K5 Blazer and the Chevy Suburban. The Tahoe is basically a shortened version of the Chevy Suburban, which is the longest naming run plate, or longest running nameplate of any vehicle. This Chevy Tahoe has been in my family since it was brand new in 2003, so it's 12 years old, and we've put about 166,000 miles on it over its lifespan, and it's been an incredibly reliable car, and really just been a great car to own. Over the course of that period, probably done a total of about $1,000 of repairs. The speedometer stopped working at one point. There was one small oil leak, but overall it's been a very low maintenance vehicle. It's been really had no major issues. It actually even has the original brake pads from when it was new. The Chevy Tahoe comes in a few versions. This is the LT, which is kind of the luxury version of the Tahoe. They also come in an LS version, which is the base model. And then there's the Z21 version, which has a stiffer suspension and a little bit sportier looking. With the LT, you get leather seats. Comes with the Bose stereo system, which sounds really nice. Has a lot of really high quality system, a lot of, pretty good bass. Comes with a sunroof. This model is also fitted with OnStar. Interestingly enough, in the first couple of months my parents owned this car, my mom was swimming and left the keys to the Tahoe sitting out by the pool, and a lady came in and stole the car, and my parents had the car back within about 2 hours from being able to use OnStar to locate the car. Ironically, the insurance company saved the value of an entire vehicle from this being fitted with OnStar, but they offer no discount for having the OnStar. So when the subscription ended for the first year of ownership, my parents ended this subscription. So the Chevy Tahoe comes with a third row seats like the Suburban. To access the rear seat, you just take this little guy right there, you pull it up, folds that forward, and then this one lays flat, and then you can crawl back into the back seat there. So it's pretty easy to access back there. Pulling these seats up is not too much of a challenge, and it's nice when you want to get a load in the back. It's pretty easy to lay those flat and get things in. If you open up the trunk, you can see here you got the back seats. So again, pretty easy to take this lever, pull that, push forward on the seat, lays that down, and then you just grab this lever and you can lift it up and you have a little bit more cargo space. So that's pretty easy. With the back door here, you can close that. If you get things loaded up inside, push this button and the glass opens up, and so you're able to get things in. So if you've got, stuff that's stored in this space that might fall out, it's pretty nice to have the window to keep things from tumbling out. The Chevy Tahoe in the LT version comes with quite a few nice luxury features inside. I mentioned the Bose stereo already. You've got temperature control for both the driver's side on this side, passenger side over here. It's fitted with heated seats. On the right hand side here, you've got the back and the bottom. Here you've got the back, and you can adjust the temperature setting 3 levels. There's also a driver 1 and driver 2 selection, and so you can basically set the seat positions, the mirror positions, radio stations, climate control, all to either of those driver settings. And the keys that come with the Chevy Tahoe are actually also saved to the 2 different driver settings. And so depending on which key you unlock the car with, it sets all of those settings up. The passenger side mirror is also able to tilt backward when you're backing up, and so it makes it really easy if you're backing into a space or parallel parking. The Chevy Tahoe comes with a 5.3 liter V8 that is really smooth, has a lot of power, and really just is a great car. It's amazing how smooth the ride is in the Chevy Tahoe. Compared to a Ford or a Dodge, it's a lot more of kind of a car. A lot of people like Fords and Dodges because they drive a little more like a truck, but the Chevy Tahoe does drive really smooth. You can see over on this side, it's got a few settings for the 4-wheel drive. You can do 2-wheel drive, you can do 4-wheel, low, 4-wheel high, or the auto 4. We often leave it on the auto 4 during the winter months because it really just kind of works for all-wheel drive, where it'll adjust as needed. The engine and transmission, like I mentioned in this car, are really smooth for being a SUV truck, and it's been really reliable. You can see here 166,000 miles. It's got the original engine, original transmission. Really, we've had no repairs on this car since it was brand new. Would seriously recommend this car to anybody that's looking for a reliable SUV. It's been a great family car for us with the 3 rows of seats. You can see up here on the dashboard, it's got a little plastic dome. That's for the temperature setting, or not temperature, the light setting for the headlights. And so it's got automatic headlights. A lot of features that have kind of become common in everyday vehicles now, but at the time in 2003, pretty advanced for a car of this type. The Chevy Tahoe, right now, you can get one for anywhere between about $4,000 and $10,000 for this era. If you compare that to some of the kind of competition in this this bracket, Toyota Sequoia, you're going to pay a lot more for that. Expedition's pretty comparable, but you're not going to get something that's as smooth. And really, I mean, the Tahoe and the Suburban have just been such a successful large SUV because they've been reliable and they're smooth and they have a lot of power. And, just really nice combination of truck and car in the vehicle. The Tahoe has a lot of power. One thing that you'll find is if you're at a stop and you accelerate pretty hard, it actually doesn't take much effort to get the car to peel out. It just has a lot of torque. But again, it's really smooth and very quiet car. The steering in the Tahoe has got a little bit of play. You can see here that I can kind of tilt that back and forth, and the car continues in a straight line. And so that's one thing I don't really care for about the Tahoe, and that's not all that uncommon for a car of this size, and really for American cars in general. A little bit of play like that, but at the same time, it just it's a pretty basic car mechanically, and that contributes a lot to the reliability of it as well. But yeah, anyway, this car, like I said, we've had it for 166,000 miles. Bought the car brand new off the lot, and it's been really reliable. It's a really comfortable, quiet car. Gas mileage is a little bit bad. About 12, 17 miles per gallon. So it's really, if you're looking for a car, it's just a daily driver for one person, or you don't have a family, it's probably not the car for you. But if you do a little bit of towing, have some kids, it's a great car that, really well suited for families. So there you go. That's the Chevy Tahoe.